It's time for Let's Get Real with your host from Bob Richards and Associates, Bob Richards.
Well, hello, Mr. Bob Richards.
Good afternoon, Michael. Always nice to be with you.
It's great to be with you again. What amazing thing have you done today you'd like to share with the rest of the folks?
You know what? I actually am going to be taking a listing that met with a couple that's moving to Tennessee.
Wow.
And needing to get their home sold in about, we'll be listing in about a month, just a little bit before Parade of Homes, President's Day weekend. And not that President's Day weekend and Parade of Homes is going to sell that house, but it's just kind of a general, here's our goal time to be able to get it on market.
Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
When you get it listed, we'll put it on the show
We
here.
absolutely will.
That'll
We
be great.
Absolutely will, yeah.
Well, you know, Mr. Bob, I have money burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh.
It is, look.
Still, I
It's
can
on
tell,
fire
yeah.
right now, burning a hole in my pocket.
Smoke detector's going to go off
I
here.
just don't know if I should buy an existing home or build a new one. Well, you got any advice for me?
Oh, boy, do I ever. And that's one of the great debates for homeowners is, do I build brand new? Do I get get a custom home? Or do I buy something that's already done, brand new, nobody's lived in it, but I don't pick out anything. What it is what it is. Or do I look at maybe a resale, something that already exists, and I don't have to worry about the backyard going in, the blinds, the idiosyncrasies that typically happen in the first year or so of a brand new home. So it's something that is always on the plate of most consumers, homebuyer consumers, as to what is best. And there's a few things that you have to catch on to and say, well, based on customization, based on patience, based upon drawbacks, what are those drawbacks? Based upon even strategic factors, meaning that, hey, we got to be out there by May, so we're going to build a house and it'll be done by May. Obviously, that's absurd. It just simply isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So here's what a lot of people are doing, a lot of builders are doing.
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, we'll build you a custom house. No problem at all. You get to pick out the carpet and the paint. That's custom. Everything else we're going to do, the countertops we're going to do, we might be able to allow you the selection of the cabinets. That's it. Everything else we do the way we do it, and we don't rock the boat. And custom home. That really doesn't sound like a custom home to me. Now, I will say there's an exception. Like for your home at 1.2, there is exceptions to that of a builder saying, hey, I will allow you to pick fixtures, toilet paper holders, ceiling fans, all that other good stuff. They'll give you an allowance to be able to go do that. But most of these others that are under 600,000 building brand new,
Really?
custom is your carpet and your paint and maybe your cabinet stain. And that's really about it.
So you can't add on like another room
No.
or anything? You can't do anything?
No, even stretching a room from a 10 by 10 to a 10 by 12 or a 12 by 12,
Really?
No, what you see is what you get. And that's unfortunate. And even if it's put in the contract, it doesn't always mean that that's going to be a 12 by 12 room. Things get lost, get shuffled, put on the wrong foundation in the wrong location. So that home to be built down the road actually has the 12 by 12 bedroom. Anyway, there's just a lot of things that you just have to be, like I say, patient about and not settle for saying, oh, okay, I guess we'll just take the 10 by 10 room.
Wow.
No, that's your house. You're paying for it. And so that's one of the pitfalls or cons of building a custom home, is that you're limited on what custom is and what you actually can and can't select.
So that's like going to a restaurant and they tell me, I can have this cheeseburger your way. And I go, well, I would like it with pepper jack cheese. And they go, no, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
You can only have cheddar cheese.
Right.
Well, it's not really a custom home and a custom burger, and I'm not getting it my way. They
That's
go, well,
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
In order to get it your way, you have to buy the 100-pound cheeseburger.
Something. Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
That's a
that way.
shame.
Now, new construction has a couple of positive. Let me just share this rather than poo-pooing on all the negatives.
Okay.
So efficiencies. You've got current energy efficiency that is up-to-date, modern, most recent, latest model, latest serial number, whatever it is. for the home. That could be your HVAC, which is your heating and air conditioning system. It could be your appliances. It could be a lot of other things that would be in the home. So that's nice. Your internet, your broadband, your DSL, your whatever TDS that you sign up for, that's all pre-wired basically in the house. You've got a kind of a home run box, maybe in the laundry room that says, okay, connect this to this and turn this on and turn this off. That's one good thing. Building code standards have changed. So buying a home 10, 15 years ago had fewer code requirements than the ones today. Now, not all, but there's changes that happen. There's also what are some money-saving things that you can do by building a new home? Is there some cost savings that you say, well, if my friend's neighbor's drywaller comes and does that, I will save money. Now, the builder may say, I've got my own subs, my own crews, my own everything. You don't touch this house. You don't bring in your own painter or you as a husband and wife and start painting the house. No, that's my job. That's my responsibility as the builder, and I don't want you messing with that. And it may affect your 1-year warranty.
Wow. Oh,
so
well,
it's
that makes sense.
warranty. So brand new construction typically has a 1-year home warranty. Some builders offer an extended home warranty depending upon what that looks like. So I'll give you kind of an example. Heating, air conditioning system, appliances, plumbing, electrical overall tends to have a 1-year warranty. The structure, the exterior, the roofs, the fascia, soffits, the things of an exterior, that tends to have maybe a 10-year warranty depending upon who the builder is. So shop for that as you're looking at new construction and say, hey, what's my warranty? And then find out on reviews, do they really honor it? If you've got a claim, you say, hey, I need this fixed, my bathtub is overflowing and I can't unloose the drain. Well, you probably had somebody over there fairly quickly rather than saying, oh, you know what? We'll schedule, it's the 16th day, we'll schedule for February 1st for you. Like, no, I'll have water all over my house.
Yeah.
That just doesn't work for me. So somebody that has good post-sale customer service in their warranty department, I'd lean a little bit more favorably to them versus others that just say, oh, yeah, we did the warranty, but it's not good. It's not worth the paper it's written on.
Yeah. So now I have another real world question for you. So I had a friend who's looking to buy a new house, but he says, you know what? I've looked around at some of these new places. I think the quality of construction sucks. And he says, so I'm going to go out and buy a home that's 15 years old because I think that they're built better. Because I guess he was in one, and in the kitchen, the cupboards in this house is like, I don't know, 2 years old, if that. It's like falling off the wall. And so he called, I guess it was still under warranty. The guy comes out and goes, oh, they only put one screw in here when they built the house, and he says the house is settling, which is why this cabinet is like falling off the wall. And he goes, wow. So the guy comes in and fixes it. And the repairman that comes in is like muttering to himself, yeah, they don't build these new things like they used to. He goes, if I were you, I would just buy an existing house. They're built better. Is that true?
You know what? It can be. There's always a lot of going the El Cheapo route. Not El Chapo, but El Cheapo route.
Okay, thank God.
Where they're saying, you know what, we can save some money here. Rather than 3 screws, we can do one. That'll save us 18 cents. You know, just different things like that. You're just like, really? And yeah, there are builders, Michael, in southern Utah. I will not show their houses. I absolutely will not. The liability is too great. They will hate the home in a couple of years. Absolutely, they'll start getting issues and problems. After 2 years of being brand new, they're going to have problems with it. And again, the builder's going to be like, well, my 1-year home warranty, it expired. Good luck to you.
Wow.
And there's shifting in foundations, and so you're getting cracks in the home and carpet lifting or tile lifting and appliances that the burner no longer, one of the burners don't work. And you just think, really, is that what we've come to? Is just something that is just build it cheap, get it done and built within 90 days, 100 days, and call it good. Well, yeah, that's builders that are doing that now in southern Utah, and it's just atrocious.
Yeah, it's too bad. I'm glad that that you addressed that properly. So is it more complex to get financing if I'm building a home myself? I mean, is it more difficult than just going out and getting the loan and off we go?
Really good question on that. Now, days of gold, pre-COVID, in the 2015s, 10s, 19s, whatever, you were able to get a lot loan, very easy to then make payments on and have maybe like a 5-year balloon, pay it off within 5 years.
Okay.
Now, since the financing really went crazy nuts in COVID, but then because of really the market crashed in 2007, 8, 9,
Yes.
that's where people just absolutely, shouldn't say people, that's where institutions just absolutely got punished. And let's get real, you have that happen too many times with Wells Fargo and Citi and Chase and some of the majors, plus also some of the minors, the credit unions that are here in town.
Yeah.
They took a beating. They absolutely took a bath on multi-millions of dollars that they just lost. So they said, time out, no more lot loans. Now those have resurrected again.
Okay.
And what people are typically doing is that they're paying off the loan, using that lot as collateral with the builder to then build the home on that owned free and clear lot.
Wow, that's good.
That kind of protects the institution.
Yeah.
So if you do default, at least they can foreclose on the property, including the lot, and have some of that equity come back to them. So when they resell it, they're not taking the bath or not as much out. They're able to still have some profits.
Yeah. So here's another point I want to ponder.
Yeah.
And you'll give me a great answer to this. So I had a guy that I know who built a new home. And it's kind of out there past, on the way to Zion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just where you turn right at the gas station before you go up in the
Yeah.
canyon, I know if you're out of town, you have no idea what we're
No.
talking about. Just bear with me for a second.
We'll
here.
text you the map.
Yeah, we'll give you the map. But it's a gorgeous area. So you turn right at the gas station, and he built a house kind of on the foothills of this one mountain with this amazing view.
I bet.
Beautiful view. The sunsets we have around here are to die for. It's a beautiful house. And then a couple other people go, well, that looks like a nice place. And they built homes there too. And then all of a sudden, somebody got a great idea that this would be a perfect spot for a giant hotel. And they built the hotel right in front of these homes. Now they have a delightful view of the back of the hotel.
So 201.
I think that's something that people need to consider when they're looking to build. It has to do with the location. I think that they need to check and see, has this area been zoned or set up for anything else to be built in front of my house?
You're right. If there's ever vacant land,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's going to be that forever and ever. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they can't change the zoning on it. They may use a conditional use permit
Yeah.
for a group home or those that are recovery home kind of a thing. And
Yeah.
it's still residential, but it has a little caveat that says, well, we're going to give this one an exception to allow other people to live in the home and not just the owners or just the residents that are in recovery. Variety of different things that way. So, folks, if you really think that it's an R110, 10,000 square foot single level or single family home, yeah, it may change. So, if they have a good realtor, Michael, they would find that agent is saying, here's this, here's this, here's this. You need to be aware of this before we move forward. Are you really sure that you want to do this? Because if you do, I need you to initial these things to say, I provided this for you, and you still made your own decision.
Yeah, I know. Every time we drive up there, Linda goes, oh, those poor people. I feel so sorry for them. Their $1 million view is now worth $12.38.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's too
Speaking
bad.
of beautiful homes,
Yeah.
I'll bet that you have a cool new listing.
I do.
That you would like to share with us.
You and I are great golfers. So
yes.
why not have something by the golf course, right?
Something like that?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's not too
that's
shabby.
cool.
So we're over by Green Springs Golf Course over in Washington City, Michael. This is where this home is located at. It's a gated community, but there's not a whole lot of homes that are there. It's more of an ambiance type of look, gated. There's no security guard. There's no rough of a dog. It's just there. This has just all single level, and the HOA maintains the full yard, side, back, front, the whole enchilada, So if you're an occasional user, you can come down anytime you want to. The yard's always going to look great because you don't have to worry about the weeds being pulled, and it was the lawn mowed, and do I have a sprinkler that's broken, sprinkler head that's broken. So this is on what's called Canera Court. The name of the subdivision is called Los Entradas. It's an Ents-built community that they did. It's just, my gosh, it's a few steps away from the number 1 tee box, but you're not getting golf balls. I promise you that.
Oh, good.
Next slide. So this has a separate living room and family room. This is the family room here. Very spacious and open. I wish we had a measurement done. Sorry for the picture being on the floor, Michael, but we had a little problem with the entertainment center, and so the picture stayed on the floor rather than on top of the on top of the entertainment center. Very neutral colors, very bright and open. In fact, we replaced all of the carpet. We repainted the entire interior. It looks absolutely stunning now, whereas before it was a little frumpy, needed a little bit of Botox. Next slide. Kitchen area here, we have older cabinets. We have a bar eating area with a tall bar. So if your dishes are in the sink, people typically are not seeing it. You've got stainless appliances there. You've got gas or electric as far as your oven range is concerned. The cabinets are staggered, so it gives a little bit more of a richer look rather than just all straight across that way. Tile floor in all high traffic areas, which is a nice bonus. Let's go to the next slide. Dining area is quite spacious, again on tile floor, and then outside there you can go into where your barbecue is. So it makes it very easy in and out of the backyard into the dining and kitchen area, and your steak doesn't get cold.
Okay.
That's why I included this photo. I guess I'm hungry today. Next slide. This is the master bathroom. Both bathrooms are very well designed out, and dual vanities here in the master. You've got a separate garden tub, actually jetted tub, and a separate shower. Very large walk-in closet as well, which is great. So it really becomes a his and hers rather than a hers and hers. And let's go to the next slide if you wouldn't mind. Now, for the guy that loves being in a garage or gets kicked out of the house by the HR person like your wife,
the vice president of domestic tranquility.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
That one.
If you look at top of this photo, kind of see a little bit of a net that's kind of intertwined there.
Yeah.
So this has a drop-down golf net, electronically drawn drop-down, a little button that comes down, and you have like a grass turf area. This big net, you can hit balls in the net all day long, twice on Saturday, whatever you decide to do. It's really kind of a cool feature, and it doesn't inflict with or impact where your car's parked because it just goes right back up again.
Wow.
It's awesome. Now, you'd have your car out in the driveway when you're using it, but you don't have to like pull it in the garage and worry about hitting that.
Wow, that's
it's
cool.
awesome. It really is a great feature.
I bet that could also be used as an absentee parent child care device.
I like that.
Just drop the net on them, go to the store.
That's right. Come back. They have a little snack.
They're right there in the net.
Skittles,
It's good to go.
That's a really good idea. I like that. I like that. So oversized 3-car garage, and then we go to the next slide, and we've got oodles of cabinets. We have oodles of space. We have a utility sink there. It has 220-volt service for welder, maybe an EV charger for your electric vehicles. And so I picked both of these pictures because it really has, rather than say, oh, this is the garage, say, oh my gosh, this is the garage. Look at this.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that's a nice feature. Next slide. Now, I wish that was me going up to get my ball on the 8th tee green with a hole-in-one, but I was actually looking for my golf ball down in the canyon.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, so you're right by the Green Springs Golf Course. So you are literally about 130 yards to the clubhouse. Okay, maybe 150 yards to the clubhouse.
A short drive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're just simply walk from there to your house. Next slide, please. This is kind of, I call it an ambiance photo. So this is right by the entrance into Las Entradas. Tell me you wouldn't feel like, wow, I'm kind of living the life. This is kind of nice here.
That's nice.
That is all maintained by the HOA as well. No, you don't go fishing in there. You don't go jumping in, soaking your legs. It's just a great feature, and the sound of that waterfall just is so enticing. You're just like, this feels nice.
It's beautiful. And I love the palm trees.
They are. Yeah,
Look
nice,
at the size of those palm
They're
fronds,
big.
Bob. Those are big.
Those are big. That's been around for a long time, and wow, you can't beat that. Next slide here. Back to the front, I just wanted to share with people, you've got a nice amenity package here at Las Entradas. It's right across the street from the entrance. You've got pickleball courts, tennis courts, clubhouse, fitness center, indoor pool, outdoor pool, like the yard. Like I said, the yard is maintained for you. There's a large meeting area if you wanted to do parties and host gatherings for Thanksgiving or just the neighborhood or whatever it might be. Library in there. This just has really a lot of nice fixtures, and the HOA dues are like $145 a month.
No way! Wow.
Kid you not. Yeah, it's really well managed subdivision that's there.
That's good.
So that's we're excited about that. Now with that repainting and recarpeting, we went from $560,000, and we thought, well, we should raise. No, you don't raise the price. We actually went down another $20,000. So new carpet, new paint, and lowered it $20,000. It's move-in ready, obviously. We did some staging that can be moved out as soon as it closes. So if you're on a short fuse, need to get into something, or just spontaneous and said, you know what, this is perfect, this is great, let's buy it, we can accommodate you anytime. So
what's the price on that again?
Yeah, $540,000. There's no age restrictions that's there, so kids can come and go, family can come and go. Can't use it as a nightly rental, no bueno there. But otherwise, it just really has a lot of great features. You're 5-6 minutes to Costco, Walmart, Home Depot, theaters, more restaurants, the mall, all within just a hop, skip, and a jump of this house. Love that part. Location, location, location.
That sounds good. So, I have a question.
Yeah.
I need some clarification on the term move-in ready.
Yeah.
So does that mean if it's move-in ready that there's already furniture in there? Or is it move-in ready and there's nothing in there and you bring your own stuff and you can move in? What does that mean?
The second one, yeah. So they give what's called a certificate of occupancy to the builder, who then can say to the buyer, hey, you can move in anytime. We've got full approval from the city, from the engineers, from the building department, et cetera, to allow you to buy this home and actually move in now. So that CO is what they call it. But that is a move-in ready home, meaning that everything's done. Done. What you see is the final product. Unless you've negotiated something like blinds or the backyard landscaping or an RV pad, whatever that might be. But yeah, move-in ready would be close, move in right away.
Okay.
Yeah. So
bring your own stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's again a good feature. Another thing that I was going to mention, Michael, is that with new home construction, some builders are offering incentives to the buyer. Hey, we'll put $10,000 towards your closing costs. Work with our lender, and you'll get a much lower interest rate for 3 or 4 or 5 years. There's just other things that are creatively being offered by these builders, because they got to turn inventory. They got to make that cash register ring and get that money reinvested in another house and another house and another house, and keep that going, because if they're robbing Peter to pay Paul, they don't stay in business for much longer.
Yeah, I saw one the other day. The builder was offering $20,000 to move in, buy this home. They said a $20,000 credit, and I wasn't sure if that was like off the price or what am I going to do with this? The $20,000. What do you?
It's your options. Yeah,
so
you can choose
lots
a
of
price
options.
or closing costs, loan
closing
fees,
costs.
buy down on the interest rate. Any of those would be typically allowed when they offer an allowance.
Yeah.
Or an incentive.
So there's lots of options here. As a new home buyer, I can choose if I want to do a custom home, a new construction, or a move-in ready home, and I guess it's just up to each individual person.
It is. It really is. Now, I have seen close to having divorces when one wants the door to swing this way and the other one wants the door to swing that way. Literally, that they are talking, I'm going to take you to court, I'm going to find a lawyer, we're going to get divorced. They're like, it's a door. Hey, does it really? And they're like, yeah, it does. It does make that much. I say, I think to myself, you probably shouldn't be even looking at doing this.
Yeah.
If that divorce word is high on the top of your vocabulary list, that just doesn't mix well at all.
Yeah, in a situation like that, I find it's always best to defer to the Vice President of Ingress and Egress and Domestic Relations.
There you go. There you go. Accessibility is everything.
That's how you do it.
If you're kicked to the curb with the dogs or the backyard trampoline, it's just not a good setup for you.
Well, you've got some good listings to show us,
Thanks.
Bob. I enjoyed that. So if somebody wants to buy that house, I'll bet you have a phone number, don't you?
I actually do.
You want to tell us what it is?
It's a mobile number, too.
Whoa!
Does it have a cord and attached
technology.
to the home? Yeah. 435-703-UTAH. That's 435-703-8824. The brokerage I am at is Berkshire Hathaway, globally known name, and high-quality service in addition to the high-quality listings that we take and the buyers that we work with. Bob at BuyUtah is my email. That's Bob at BUYUTAH.com is my email address. And, of course, got to have a website, right?
Got to have one.
That is BuyUtah.com. So I think it's pretty easy, folks, for you to find me. Either through, there's a lot of 8824s or Utah. There's Utah in my email. There's Utah in my domain name. I'd love to service you, take exceptionally care of you. Service that you've not ever experienced in any home that you've bought or sold. I promise you that.
Yeah. And we want to remind everybody to be sure and check out your podcast, Let's Get Real, which is available on YouTube and all the major podcast channels. It's also available on your website as an archive. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's more. Bob actually has a Facebook page, Bob Richards and Associates on Facebook. And Bob has a lot of links to his podcast and short reels and clips just to kind of get you going there and previews all of his listings. And if you have any questions, be sure and give Bob a call. Bob, what was that number again?
Again, 435-703-8824. You can call me, you can text me, whichever you prefer, whatever most comfortable for you.
Cool. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys again next time with another exciting adventure with Bob Richards in Let's Get Real.
This has been Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates. For more information, buyutah.com. We invite you to return again for another edition of Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates.